Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, as per title page, this is the building of Optimus Prime dual model kits. Now I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos about this awesome kit, but what I'm trying to document here is what these guys have been talking about, like PL, Optimus, and all the others who have made the model kit. And probably you may have it already, or you are planning to buy one, or are thinking of buying one, and are not sure what these guys are talking about. This video might help you see the inner workings of the build itself. Now I'm not gonna be showing to you the whole step-by-step build, but I'm just gonna be showing to you some tips and probably some tricks that as I move along with the build, and things that you might encounter during the build. What I'm trying to say is, as you're looking at the video, you might get an idea of what's in it for you guys when you buy the set. Now, tip number one, it would be helpful if, first of all, you get an ample size space. I'm just gonna get my camera off the stand, and get an ample space just like this one, and lay out all the screws and all the parts and all the cheese, because you have a lot of parts, and I mean a lot of parts. I'm just gonna show you that quickly. It will be helpful if you arrange it alphabetically. It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and so on and so forth. This is a lot of parts, and the chrome bits are here, and the frame is here. Alright, so that would be very helpful, because you're not going to be using just A and then B. You're going to be jumping from J, and then you're going to go back to M, and then I, and G, and so on and so forth. You're going to go back from part to trees to part and screws and all that stuff. It will be helpful also if you have your manual booklet in front of you and your working area. I suggest that you get a white tabletop, or put something that can, distinguish all the parts. Because if you're gonna put it something, I don't know, black, it's gonna be a bit difficult for you to recognize all the parts, since most of the parts are dark, like red, dark blue, and silver. It'd be helpful if you have it in white. Now I clocked in at the time. I started at 2:45. It's 10 past 3:45. That means I'm already an hour and 10 minutes, and this is what I just made. This is actually step one. I'm gonna put the tripod and we'll focus it. This is step one. Now let me focus on that. This is just step one. Step two was doing some parts of the inner tubes. Now, a lot of you have been wondering what were the tubes, or these people talking about the tubes inside it. They have to stick in tubes that you can't see. Now, before I put on the armor or the truck parts, or the shell of Optimus, this is what they were talking about. Get a pen over here. Now, these are the tubes that they were referring. This one, and get that focused on, and that tube, and this tube, and you have to put one part of the abs, and there are a lot more tubes that you have to put in, especially this part. It has a rubbery thing over here. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you what you're gonna get into, or what you're gonna get as you're building this kit. Now, this is just step 8 of 30 plus 32, 33, I think, and I'm already an hour. A lot of people have been saying that this is gonna be taking around like 6 to 8 hours. So I'm really taking my time with this one, because, of course, and if you're thinking about getting this kit, you know that this is gonna be an awesome kit. All right, so that's step. This is what you're gonna get into. These are the tubes that they were referring to. These things. Alright? Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna go now to the other side, the right side of Optimus. Inside. Now, this is part E5. Spruce E, part number 5. You have to put that in the middle, down to that hole over there. So, here we go. So, just look at that. This is what they were talking about. You have to put that in. Focus. Oh, sorry. That there inside. Sorry if it's pitch black, but this is not that easy. This, again, as they were saying, this is not a toy. This is a kit that you have to build. There you go. That's one hose that you have to put inside. Okay. Alright. This one goes. Here. See there. Okay, as we're on step number 9 already, I'd advise that since this is a model kit, there are some inner parts of the kit that you need to glue already, so that this will really help stabilize your figure. You know, trying to minimize all the pop when this model is already finished. For step number 9, you need to glue this part already, because you know the different part from the frame because of the different color. So you need to glue that inside already, and also you need to glue these parts. This is H 11 and 12. These parts, sorry, and this one goes at the back of the side of Optimus. And what it does, it fastens here. It should fasten. Sorry, where is it? Oh, sorry. Got it backwards. The other side. This one should fasten there. You know, since that's not a moving part, that's a solid part. Try to apply already your epoxy or glue on the gently, so sides, so that you won't have any problems ready in the future when you. And so it can really help your figure become more stable. Sorry, got that backwards. And that really helps. Do that also on the side. That will really help. Okay. There. So yeah, that's step number 29. No, so that's step number 9. And this part also, you need to glue this one already. This very small part. It's pretty easy to determine what things you need to glue on, because you know these parts aren't moving. They're not moving parts, and they are endoskeletons. So that really helps make your figure become more stable. So after a while, it's going to be what it looks like. The chest, the insides of the chest. We have my lights. Insides of the chest. And this is what it's going to be looking like. So a lot of tube there. And pretty much that's going to be covered later on with all the chalk armor. And this one is going to crown that chest piece. Supposed to be inside. Move that. I'm sorry, out of focus. Okay, let's do that again. So another tip is, what the other reviewers have said about this figure. When putting in some force, try to be careful you don't push too much and the other parts might pop off. So that's one thing that you really need to be careful about. It also helps that if you go already with this step between 7 and 8, that get your pen and push it here and then push that part so that it won't, the thing, because the thing inside is very hollow, so it won't collapse. So that's one trick. So once again, this one goes inside. Those 2 slots right there. So again, be careful when applying force to that. So again, it helps if you get a pen, just counteract the force that you're going to exert when you press this one. That really helps a lot. Just as a very small tip, you guys. So again, also, it would really help if you could already apply some glue on these parts when you will be attaching the abs of Optimus, these parts. That will really help stabilize your figure, and also the abdomen, these parts, and that really helps stabilize your figure. Because I've noticed it took me around like 20 minutes to just attach these, but if you apply glue already, that's gonna help you a lot. Alright, now making this, the feet are pretty straightforward. Just follow the instructions. In fact, when I did the first on the left side, I didn't actually have to follow the instructions on the other side. It was pretty straightforward, as I was mentioning a while ago. It's pretty easy actually, and see, the articulation on these feet are very, it's so insane. Look at that. Nice. And that's good. Pretty good. That's the feet. Very easy. Oh, by the way, this part, it's so hard to put it inside this part of the feet or the leg. But actually, it's pretty easy. Alright, what we're gonna do right now is make the fingers, and this is spruce tree letter I, and the instructions are very easy to follow, but you've heard of other reviewers say that the fingers are so easy to dismantle, or it is so easy for them to break away from the joints. And of course, here's another tip on how to make these fingers very tight, and to at least help them not break off easily or not break off at all. Um, there's actually nothing else I can suggest aside from Incline Designs suggestion on how to fix the fingers, and that is to use a soldering iron, which I'm going to be showing you right now. Okay, so the idea here is just to melt the plastic, and you guys have to protrude the plastic. Okay, something like that. Yeah, okay. I'm sure you can see some protrusion over there. So the idea here is you just have to melt the protrusion, and then just make sure you have it evenly. So in other words, you have to melt the plastic, and you have to do it very carefully so that you won't melt the plastic surrounding the joint. Okay, so I'm just gonna demonstrate you one. And show you how it goes. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so you're just gonna do it. It's all going out like that. Okay, it's going out. And be careful you don't burn your fingers. Okay, so the idea here is just to melt the top, and then since it's plastic, it's gonna be that's gonna dry a lot sooner, and then you just blow that. So the idea there is, let you focus, make it flat, and making that top part of the plastic, just wedge that. Let's see now. I'm just gonna blow the plastic, and here it goes. And then just move that. I'm sorry, I'll focus. And there you go. Not all too clean, but it does the job. Now it's tighter, and also it's secure over there. It's already dry, and that's pretty good. So I've already made some fingers ready, and those are again melted. This is just the one that I just made, and here's a sample of two-jointed finger. Alright, so that's another tip. Don't give me any credit for it. Incline Design was the one who showed us this way. And after you've soldered the joints, this is what it looks like. Pretty cool and pretty nice. Very stable. So that's really cool. And no fear of breaking off from the fingers. It's pretty good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, just take a look at the progress. I am actually, let's check the time. Oh, I'm sorry, autofocus. Do you remember how I told you their features here? Use and abuse drugs. Okay, so that's about the progress I've made. Let's scan that. I haven't done the armor yet, but pretty much the endoskeleton is finished. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm actually on my fifth hour and 15 minutes on the progress of this one, so hoping I can finish this one more or less than 8 hours. So that's the progress bar. Alright, now here's something that we need to consider. Looking at this crown on the collar. Just my camera. If you attach this one on the slots,
I see, guys.
Now before that, take a look at the possibility. That's wicked. But unfortunately, if you attach this one over here, and I'm gonna show that to you, it actually hampers most of the possibility already. Oops. And the windshield just fell off. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pick that up later on, the windshield. And what we're gonna do is shave or Dremel this part, that part, and that part, so that we can have the same consistent possibility that we have on the shoulder. Alright, so after that slight modification or slight mod, as some of the customizer would like to say, that works out pretty well already. Look at that. A wider range of motion for the shoulder movement, so that's pretty good already. Yes. You know what's so nice about the making this one? As you're getting closer on almost finishing the kit, I get pretty excited because, man, this kit really rocks. It's so nice. Yes, I think I'm almost done with this one. And finally, it is finished. After, it's now 10:30, so that makes it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 8 hours, including my breaks, because I had to take my supper or dinner, and I didn't make the swords yet because I don't want to attach that, because I just want him in all his glory, just the robot mode. Yes. What a beautiful, beautiful figure we have. Chromed out, highly posable. Alright, so do take my advice on the fingers, especially this one. This now has very stable fingers. Whatever I do with it, it stays there already. Okay, so that's pretty good. And I'd like to thank David for that, and Klein Designs, of course. It's wicked. Okay, I know this is a, I don't know how many videos out there about the dual kit model, but I hope you got some pointers on if you're planning to buy one. And I suggest you do get one, really, if you're an Optimus Prime fan just like me. I suggest that you get this figure. Really, what can I say? This is just like the most awesome Optimus Prime I've ever seen. Thank you guys for watching. Again, this is just a thing of beauty. Just doing a quick 360. Just look at that chromed out, decked out chrome. Wow, goodness, this is so beautiful. Alright, thank you guys for watching my short video. I'll see you around.